still in my pajamas. I have been enjoying a power down. A total power down this morning. I have switched off my mobile. I've switched off the computer. I've switched off everything. And I've been enjoying a moment that has been completely technology free. Well, I use the kettle to make my herbal tea. I want to talk to you today about this whole idea of how right now these days we're just on 24/7. We're always feeling like we're in demand or that somebody wants us or somebody needs us. And I want you to remember a time before we had smartphones, before you could get an email, before you got out of bed in the morning. Just remember a time before people could catch you wherever you are in the world, anytime, day or night, and you were expected to respond instantly. Can you even remember that time? Maybe I'm showing my age that I remember that time, but here's what used to happen. Before we had smartphones, we just had mobile phones, and people rang and they left you a message or maybe they texted you. But before we had that, we had answering machines. And people rang and they left a message on your answering machine. And now we're really going back. Before we had answering machines, people rang, and if you weren't there, they just rang back. Likewise, before we had text messages, we were just relying on email. Before we were relying on email, we were relying on fax. You had to type it out and then go around to a fax machine and put it through the fax. And before that, most of our correspondence was just done by letter, unless it was a really exciting announcement and then maybe there was a telex. So what's happened these days is because all of our communication is sent and received instantly, we've all convinced ourselves that we need to respond instantly and that we need to be always on in case any of these instant messages or instant forms of communication should come to us. But really, it's just exhausting. And what it means is that none of us are taking any time off. You know, I don't know about you, but I know so many people who charge their mobile phone by the bed. They use their mobile phone as their alarm clock. So the first thing they do every morning is pick up their phone and see if they've got any messages. What happened to when the first thing you did every morning was just kind of, stretch it out a little bit? So what I encourage you to think about today is what your life would be like if you could go back to that simpler time when if people couldn't get hold of you, they just had to wait. And I'm not talking about, waiting 3 weeks while a letter went on a slow boat from Europe to Australia or a return, but just wait, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. Imagine if they had to wait a whole day. And then what I want you to think about as you go through your day is, does this require an instant response? Just because I was communicated with in an instant form, do I need to be replying instantly? Or can this just wait a while? Do I need to interrupt what I'm doing right now? Do I need to interrupt what I'm concentrating on right now to respond instantly to this instant form of communication? Or do I just accept that whilst the mode of communication was instant, that doesn't mean that the response needs to be sent instantly? So that's your first challenge, is to think about that as you move through your day. Does this need me instantly, or was the message simply sent instantly? The next thing I want you to do is schedule in a power down for yourself. Now, it doesn't have to be a whole week or even a whole day. You could just do what I've done this morning and have a slow start to your day. Just turn everything off for a little while longer than normal and just enjoy a little bit of peace where nobody can get hold of you instantly. And so that pressure of returning those instant forms of communication is gone. I'd love to know what you're planning to do and how this challenge goes for you. And you can let me know in the comments on the blog. I'm Domonique Bertolucci, and you've been watching DBTV, the place to go to feel good about who you are and the life you live. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I'll be back again next week, but until then, take care and remember, it's not about having it all. It's about having the things that matter.